Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here at Bristol City Football Club as we prepare for our 24th league match of the season. And it seems like almost every other day there's more news from the medical centre. And today, though, it is reasonably good news. It's Christmas Eve. I'm expecting good news on Christmas Eve. Yet two of our most talented players, Filip Benkovic, who we have seen play this season, is due to return for training in a couple of days' time from some sprained ankle ligaments. And Jay Da Silva, who's been out since the very start of the season, I've no idea how well he plays, but everyone says he's good, so I'm looking forward to seeing him back on the pitch in a couple of weeks' time or thereabouts, having recovered from a fractured lower leg. Sounds a bit serious to me. But anyway, only 2 updates. That's not bad at all. Now, we have recently promoted, I'll call it that, promoted Vincent Harper, one of our under-23 players, a star of our under-23 team, into the senior squad, and he's played a couple of games for us already, and he's turning out to be quite the player. In fact, he's got the attention of a couple of clubs already, and we have one transfer request already in from Boreham Wood, whoever the heck Boreham Wood are. No, I don't think so. They're actually, I think he's valued at around 10 grand at the moment, according to my finance people. And this deal would certainly give us more than that for him. But I think he could well be part of the future of Bristol City Football Club. Today's match, our 24th in the Sky Bet Championship League for this season, is against Charlton Athletic, who we have actually played twice before so far this year. We had one previous league match against them at Bristol, at Ashton Gate, which we won. We played them, I think it was away in the Carabao Cup, one of the early stages, and again we won. So I'm thinking quite positive thoughts against Charlton here. The critics are agreeing with us. They've not had a great season. We've had an awesome season. So yeah, I think things are looking very good for this upcoming match. But you know, sometimes things don't always go to plan. Like that last match we had, we lost. Our first actual loss for a very long time indeed. But as I told the press when they congregated to ask me all sorts of probing and incisive questions, we didn't have the best of times, but as I told them, it's going to drive us on to do even better in this upcoming match and for the rest of the season. What was I saying about the medical centre? Oh, well, actually, this is a training ground again. We have got, at times, quite an intense training programme scheduled. And Famara Dedu, one of our key strikers, he has done very well for us this season, has gone and pulled the groin muscle. Now, I could pay to have him injected and numb his bits so that he can play in this particular match, but then he'll be out for a couple of weeks recovering from whatever damage that incurs. But no, that's not what I do. A player needs to take time and recover properly. We're not going to force the issue. So I'm going to leave him to the physios to take care of, and he'll be back within a week or thereabouts, ready and fully fit, hopefully, to play once more and score more great goals. Now, there are parts of the game, not football, which I don't understand at all, as you may well know, but parts of Football Manager 2020 where I get a bit lost. They're mostly to do around contracts, transfers and things like that, because I usually do the wrong thing and upset half the team, and things then start just going askew. That's a good word for it, isn't it? Yeah, wrong. It's another word. So we're coming up to sort of the end of the contracts for a good number of our players here, and I'm getting advice from my backroom team about what I should do. There's a couple of players here. I'm in the middle there. Nicky Manpar, an old goalkeeper, a long-established goalkeeper who we've not played this season because he was out at the beginning of the year. And I've just left him playing with the youth teams, basically, because I've got a perfectly good new goalkeeper in Gillespie to join up with David. I keep calling him David. His name is Daniel. Daniel Bentley. That's his name. He's not called David. I will remember that. Probably. So I don't think we need Nicky, to be honest, unfortunately. Ashley Williams, we've seen him play a few times. He's not a bad player at all, but he's getting on a bit now. I think we've had the best out of Ashley. So I don't think we'll be sort of renewing his contract as a player for the next season. Corey Smith, however, I don't know. I've been quite happy with Corey's performances where we've had him play. So I may go against the suggestions, the judgment of my backroom staff here. At the top, Zach Viner. He's not an awesome player, but he fits really well into the team and he's done a lot of good stuff. So as they suggest there, I think we will certainly be offering him a new contract when this current one comes to conclusion. Jojo Woolacott, yeah, whatever. Yeah, put him on loan. I don't understand these things. Thomas Callas and Daniel Bentley, it suggests that I change their sort of expectations of playing time for the remainder of the season. I may well do that. We'll see how we come, how the squad looks come the new year at the end of this upcoming transfer window. Time is here. We are about to be playing Charlton Athletic. We're off to London and we've got news of our player fitness. Jay and Famara are going to be out of action for today, certainly. Hanoa Masengo, well, he's not particularly sharp. He does need sort of sharpen his match muscles, if you will, but he's fit to play, as is Filip Benkovic, but I'm not sure Filip is really in a condition. I don't think we want to risk further injury by playing him today. So this is the squad we're going to go with. As I said, we're away to Charlton Athletic. We've got Naki Wells and Benica Fobe, our standard striking team up front. I am playing Hanoa Masengo in the midfield there with Eliasson and O'Dowda on the wings. Very fast, very intelligent, very creative players. Tommy Rowe in the centre there. A good, solid, intelligent player and is good for defensive work as well. In the back, I've been really impressed with Jack Hunt in recent matches, and Pereira, Baker and Viner pretty much speak for themselves. They're good, solid players here. And Mark Gillespie in goal for this match. I just like to kind of switch up the changes. My backroom staff, Dean Holden, my assistant manager, does tend to prefer Daniel Bentley. But I've got nothing against Gillespie at all. He's a really sound player. Not that Bentley isn't. Bentley is really good. I don't know, maybe they suit different types of matches. I wish I knew. Anyway, let's see how this match, Charlton Athletic against Bristol City Football Club, plays out. do you know what? I am not going to argue with that result at all. Now, I know these highlight packages do tend to concentrate in the sort of goal mouth areas, but that looked so one-sided. I mean, according to the graphs here, we only had 54% of the possession overall throughout the match. But the number of times we were threatening their goal, our scoreline should be so much more than just the 2, to be honest. But whether it's the talent of their goalkeeper or sheer good luck on his behalf, we only managed to scrape through 2. But very fine goals they were, nonetheless, from Narky Wells and Zach Viner, who we were talking about just a moment ago in terms of the contract renewal. But look at these numbers. We had 22 shots on goal against their 3, of which they had 0 on target. In fact, I only saw 1 in that package. 1 attempt where they were sort of threatening to score a goal, but even so, as against our 13 on target shots. That's quite good indeed. So looking at the basic statistics here, I think we're all quite happy with this. Zach Viner getting player of the match for his goal and overall quality performance. I think everyone did a really good job there, I think. Callum Adauda and Nicholas Eliasson getting sort of negative feedback on their crosses and passes, but then they do an awful lot of that. So the numbers, in terms of actual numbers rather than percentages, are perhaps they show up more. Yeah, the heat chart here, it's nice to see this. We had more possession of the ball. We were more in charge of the pitch in all areas, all 3 areas: their goal, our goal, and in the centre ground. And the press is quite happy. Yeah, we did a good job. Yes. Narky Wells, a powerful close range effort in the 25th minute. That was a nice goal. But to be honest, I did like Zach Viner's, just that sneaking that past the goalkeeper there. We thought they'd closed us down, but they hadn't. Zach was there to pick the ball up and just slot it behind the struggling goalkeeper. And there he is, player of the match. Well done, that man. Now, unfortunately, if we look at this little table here, darn it, Fulham won again. Yeah, they beat Luton away 4-2. So our win at Charlton doesn't take us back to the top slot. But again, it is on goal difference. That's all there is. There's just 3 goal difference between us and Fulham. And are we moving away? Yeah, Swansea lost. Leeds, how did they do? They won. But yeah, we're now 7 points ahead of Swansea and Leeds in the table. So I think we're looking quite good. There's still a good few matches left to go. So yeah, anything could happen. But I'm feeling positive. Why not? Social media, it loves us apparently. Yes, what can we say here? Anything interesting on the notes here? Yeah, everyone loves Zach Viner, and why not? I'm not sure why they're talking about Benkovic. He hasn't rushed back. We don't want a recurrence or anything, as it says there. Absolutely right. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but he is back in training now. So that's looking good for the upcoming matches. And this is nice to see. I mean, I love hearing what the fans have got to say, what the press has got to say. We want to keep the fans on board, obviously. But more importantly, for my job, I need to keep the club management happy. And they weren't terribly impressed by the fact that we lost to a last-minute goal at Sheffield Wednesday. But they're much happier now that we've won. Back to a good, solid B+ grading. It's like being back at school, isn't it? For our 2-0 defeat of Charlton Athletic. I think it's a very good place to end this episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed this match at Bristol City Football Club. Once again, whooping Charlton Athletic. If you want to see more, we're going to be playing Luton in a couple of days' time. They're coming to us this time. Now, can we do what Fulham did to them today? Can we beat them? And that should, again, keep us right there at the very top of the Sky Bet Championship table. Well, you're going to have to wait a few days to find out until the next episode of Football Manager 2020. But from me, Ajaxpost, until then, bye-bye for now.